Yeah, we'll continue with production and productivity. Now we're going to productivity. When we talk about productivity, it simply means the amount of output that can be produced given a level of input. So what output divided by input, that is productivity. So how much more can we produce when we have certain input? That is productivity. So I go, productivity is the amount of output that can be produced with a given level of input. And when we talk about input, we're talking about labor, capital here. Basically labor, capital. So for productivity, we can measure labor productivity or capital productivity. So we're going to start with labor productivity. For labor productivity, the formula is output divided by the numbers of workers, because it's labor. Labor means workers. So how much more workers can produce when they are given a level of output? That is what labor productivity is. So we have a question here. So for example, a company produces 20,000 units of bottle with 20 employees. So the labor productivity here is output, which is 20,000 divided by the numbers of workers, 20. So labor productivity here is 1,000 per unit of workers. Do we get it or not?
Yes.
20,000 units of bottles were produced. 20,000 units of bottles were produced with 20 employees. So it is output divided by number of workers or number of employees. So 20,000 divided by 20. So that means each employee produces 1,000 units. Is it clear?
Yes.
So that is labor productivity. Then we have capital productivity, which is output divided by capital employed. And the formula for capital employed, we get our capital employed through our statement of financial position, where we have our assets and liabilities. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Good. So for capital employed, the formula for capital employed is fixed assets minus working capital, or total assets minus current liabilities. Either way, we're going to get the same as capital employed. So the formula for capital employed again is fixed assets divided by working capital, or total assets minus current liability. Are you getting this?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do we increase labor productivity? To increase your labor productivity simply means how do we improve on labor productivity? Are you here? Good. So labor productivity can be improved through the following means. Number one, investment in education and training. When workers are being trained, if government is able to spend more, invest more in education, it means the workforce within the economy will be educated, and because they are educated, they will be more skilled. So that means the workforce within the economy will be able to produce more output. So it simply also goes to firms, individual firms. If firms are able to invest in training their workers, they will be able to do more. They will have that flexibility to produce more. So training and education will improve labor productivity. Is it clear?
Yes.
The second one, financial incentives. Some workers are motivated because of finance, because of money, or incentives like financial motivation, like piece rate, time rates, bonus, commission. These things can improve workers' motivation. And if workers are motivated, they are likely to be productive. And that increases productivity. And the third one, organizing workers more efficiently, as this may bring out the best in them. You know, sometimes the way you structure workers might not bring out the best in them. Oh, you are putting a business teacher to teach maybe geography, or a geography teacher to teach sociology. So you're not placing them in the right position. So placing them in the right position might bring out the best in them. Like a puzzle. Yeah, fixing the puzzle. So if you are able to fix in the right person at the right time, that means a square peg in a square peg in a square hole. This means the right combination. So if workers are placed in the right position, they'll be able to do the best. You'll be able to you'll be able to find out the best in them. So most of the time, we might have workers not being able to produce to their highest potential because they are not in the right position. So to increase labor productivity, one, you might have to improve or invest on education and training. Two, you might have to financially, motivate your workers or place them in the right position. Any question about labor productivity? So the next class we're going to talk about capital productivity. Thank you.